We've all seen those architectural digest videos, the ones where a kitchen looks like a seamless block of marble with disappearing cabinets and a view of a private forest. Then, we look at our own kitchens, the mismatched plastic containers, the stained linoleum, and that one drawer that refuses to shut because it's jammed with 15 different wooden spoons. The good news? Minimalism isn't a price tag, it's a practice. You don't need to knock down walls or hire a Swedish design firm to achieve that clean look. In fact, some of the most stunning minimalist transformations happen on a shoestring budget using nothing but a weekend of time and a bit of intentionality. Here is your step-by-step guide to a DIY minimalist kitchen makeover that anyone, even those of us who aren't handy, can pull off. Phase 1. The brutal edit cost $0. The first rule of a minimalist makeover is that you cannot organize your way out of clutter. You have to remove it. Before you buy a single can of paint, you must clear everything off your counters. Everything. Take a box and put every appliance, spice jar, and decorative rooster in it. Look at your empty counters. Notice how much larger the room feels. This is your base 0. Now, as you put things back, ask yourself the daily use test. If you don't use that air fryer at least 4 times a week, it does not belong on the counter. It belongs in a cabinet, or if you haven't used it in a year, on a resale app. Minimalism in the kitchen is about reducing visual noise. By clearing the horizontal surfaces, you immediately lower your stress levels when you walk into the room. Phase 2. The power of unified hardware cost $30 to $50. One of the fastest ways to make a kitchen look expensive and minimalist is to fix the visual static of the cabinet handles. Most older kitchens have dated, ornate, or mismatched knobs. Go to your local hardware store and look for matte black or brushed nickel slim bar pulls. These long, thin, geometric handles draw the eye in straight lines, which is a hallmark of modern minimalist design. If new hardware isn't in the budget, buy a $7 can of matte black spray paint. Take your existing handles off, give them a light sanding, and spray them. This tiny change creates a sense of rhythm across your cabinets that makes the whole room feel cohesive. Phase 3. The faux quartz transformation cost $20 to $40. If your countertops are an unappealing shade of beige or scratched laminate, don't despair. You don't need to replace the slab. The secret weapon of the DIY world is high-grade adhesive architectural film, often called contact paper, but much thicker. Look for a white marble or concrete gray pattern with very subtle veining. The trick: use a hairdryer to heat the film as you wrap it around the edges. It will shrink wrap to the counter, creating a seamless, professional look. The result: you get the look of a $3,000 stone slab for the price of a large pizza. Because it's a flat, continuous pattern, it eliminates the busyness of old, speckled laminate. Phase 4. Lighting is the makeup of interior design, cost $15. Minimalist kitchens thrive on light. Shadowy corners make a room feel small and cluttered. Since we are on a budget, we are calling an electrician. Instead, buy a pack of battery-operated LED puck lights or strip lights with a remote. Stick them under your upper cabinets. This under-cabinet lighting does 2 things. It makes food prep easier, task lighting, and it creates a glow that makes your countertops look like they belong in a high-end showroom. Phase 5. The uniform pantry hack. Nothing kills a minimalist vibe faster than a shelf full of bright orange cereal boxes, neon green pasta bags, and various cardboard containers. It creates brand noise. You don't need to buy $200 worth of glass jars. Start saving your glass pasta sauce jars or jelly jars. Soak them in warm, soapy water to remove the labels. Once they are clean and dry, use them to store your rice, lentils, and oats. By putting your dry goods into clear glass, you turn your food into a decorative element. The natural textures of the grains provide warmth to the kitchen without adding clutter. If you want to be extra fancy, use a simple black label maker to mark each jar in a clean, sans serif font. Phase 6. The one-out rule for appliances. In a small kitchen, the visual real estate of your countertop is the most valuable part of your home. A common mistake is leaving the toaster, the blender, and the coffee machine out all at once. If you are serious about the minimalist look, Choose one hero appliance, perhaps your beautiful espresso machine, and hide the rest. If you have to pull the toaster out of a drawer once a day, it takes 5 seconds. The payoff is 16 hours of looking at a clean, serene countertop. It's a trade-off that pays dividends in mental clarity. Phase 7. Add one organic element. A minimalist kitchen can sometimes feel a bit cold or robotic. To fix this, you need a living element. A single, small potted herb like basil or rosemary on the windowsill or a simple wooden fruit bowl provides a pop of color and texture. Avoid fake decor. You don't need a sign that says kitchen or eat. The room is a kitchen. We know we are there to eat. Let the materials, the wood, the glass, and the herbs speak for themselves. Why this works: the psychology of the DIY makeover. When you spend a weekend working on your kitchen with your own hands, your relationship with the space changes. You stop seeing it as a problem to be fixed and start seeing it as a sanctuary you created. Minimalism isn't just an aesthetic, it's an act of care. By removing the excess and highlighting the essentials, you make the daily act of cooking a more mindful experience. You'll find that you move more efficiently, clean up faster, and actually enjoy the process of making a meal. Final thoughts for the budget minimalist. You don't need a bigger house. You don't need a bigger kitchen. You just need a clearer vision. By focusing on straight lines, hardware, light, LEDs, and neutral surfaces, contact paper, you can transform the most dated kitchen into a modern masterpiece. The best part? When people walk in and ask, "Wow, when did you remodel?" you can smile and tell them it only cost you $100 and a Saturday afternoon.